We are back. Thanks for staying with us. We are about to get into a very interesting conversation. The International Day of Sign Languages was commemorated on 23rd of September, which was over the weekend. And with us on the couch right now is Fumi Ogunro. She is a passionate advocate of inclusion for children with disabilities. And today we'll be engaging her on her journey of empathy and selfless service in educating children and even adults on the importance of sign language. You're welcome, Fumi. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here.
And with me is Mrs. Sheung.
Okay.
He's an interpreter. He's a team member, a very strong member, and the coordinator of Friends of the Deaf International Foundation.
Now let's talk about what inspired you to, go on this journey of selfless service.
It was after my younger sister died in 2015. Okay, she died due to communication gap.
Okay.
And she had typhoid. She was a final year student at the University of Ilorin.
Oh.
So at that time, I didn't know sign language. So after she died, I decided to do something for the deaf community. That was why I had to learn sign language and set up Friends of the Deaf International Foundation with the vision of bridging communication gap with sign language and also to promote educational rights of deaf children. Because in my community, there are a lot of deaf children in Ikorodu, Adamo, not going to school. So what I did was to support them, put them in the government school in Ikorodu, ensure that these children are educated. But with time, due to distance, and then I had to set up the school in my house in 2020. And beyond that, we do inclusive spelling bee. The idea is to promote inclusion of children with disability in schools. You know, my passion is to see that these children are embraced in every school. They don't have to travel all the way because we have few schools that are called special schools. But I believe if we promote inclusion in our schools, children with disability should be absorbed in schools near home.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the education for people who, because I mean, sign language is, now, okay, let me ask first. Is sign language like learning any sort of language? So for example, if I want to learn how to speak Igbo or Hausa, is it as easy as learning a sign language?
Yes, sign language is a language. I always tell people that come to us, because we teach from time to time the sign language. What is your passion? Why do you want to learn sign language? I decided to learn sign language after my sister died, so I can communicate with the deaf. And with the theme of this year's sign language awareness, talks about a world where deaf people everywhere can sign anywhere. So we have deaf people everywhere before who are not able to sign everywhere.
Now let's talk about your what your foundation is doing is in educating people on sign language.
Yes.
So for example, I mean, you're also on the journey of inclusion, making sure that there are children with disabilities, in schools.
Yes.
And also the responsibility of the school is also to cater to, these children, because if you don't know how to cater to them, you wouldn't know how to take care of them. And sign language, which of course is a barrier in that communication. So how are you educating people, first to be interested in learning sign language and also passing this education and knowledge to the children?
Yes. We encourage more people to learn sign language, because before now, deaf people sign everywhere, but not everywhere. They are everywhere. They are not able to sign, for instance, at the hospital. My younger sister died because doctors, nurses do not understand sign language. Now, this is why I'm learning it. You want to accommodate a deaf child in your school. A deaf child can actually do everything the regular child can do. But here, now, if the teachers are able to learn sign language, they know it, they can communicate, then learning can take place.
Let's talk about the basics, right? So here I am, and there's a deaf person in, our midst. How do I learn? What is the basics for learning, the sign language? Because to be honest, I've always found it interesting, right? But not everyone can, speak in that language.
Yes.
So what are the basics for learning sign language?
Okay, the basics, that's why we start. We have this basic sign language class.
Okay.
And we'll be launching a new one this weekend. So we want our viewers at home to be part of it.
Okay.
Just send a chat to me, just send sign language to my number on WhatsApp, and you'll be added to that class. Now the basic is very easy. In 2 weeks, we will teach you the alphabet. You have to learn the ABC sign language.
Okay, so can we start?
And yes.
Teach me on how, on the ABC.
This is the A,
A,
B,
B,
C,
C,
D.
D.
Yes, it's very easy, and then we get to Z. Okay,
So
these
for
are things we'll be
example-
teaching in 2 weeks. We'll teach you the basic, how to greet a deaf person, and how to introduce yourself.
To that. So how do I say hello to a deaf person?
That is it. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
So this will be taught free.
How are you?
How are you?
How?
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 Yes. So you can join that R. Just take letter R.
R.
And then this is you.
You.
Very good.
Oh,
okay, so it's very easy.
How?
You are passionate, you want to learn.
Yeah.
That is why learning will be very easy for you. But someone whom you're forcing to learn will still say, it's very difficult, I don't want to learn. So we are, even parents of these children, when they come to school, I tell them, your child should be able to get home and complain about me.
You know what? I see the passion, and I'm sure that your information is on the screen right now so that, you know, people who are interested in learning, you know, sign language can get across to you, because I think we need to find a way to bridge this
the communication gap. Yeah, I will drop my number.
You know, in our society and in the country or in the world at large.
Yes.
Yes. Because
the deaf should be able to sign with anyone. You want to buy something, you want to, you know, and this limits them a lot.
Yes, I know. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for having us.
For coming on the show. Right, so now I know how to say, how are you? So yes, I'm asking you watching, how are you? We'll be right back, people. Wake Up Nigeria continues.
All right, thank you.
Stay with us.